Next presentation is with Noah Olejnik, and I hope I pronounced that correctly, Jason Gibsonn of Inspire Unity. This is going to be great. I'm so excited for this presentation. I've been waiting all day for it. I've been waiting for all the presentations, but this is really cool and neat stuff. Inspire Unity, they're going to take us through the founding of Inspire Unity, what the goals are and the steps are they're taking to impact not only the CAP community, but society at large. Inspire Unity is in a world that is seemingly divided. Their goal is to unify people through the things that we have in common, all while raising funds for a good cause. And so I'm going to hand the microphone and the slides over to Noah and Jason. Thank you, both of you, for joining us today.
Hi, Stacy. Thank you for having us. So I'm going to start off by introducing myself, and Noah's going to introduce himself. My name is Jason Gibsonn. I am one of the founders of Inspire Unity. I'm a 20-year-old college student in Ohio, and Noah and I got together. We met actually through some mutual friends in college, and we became very close, and we kind of wanted to do something that we're able to actually affect and change the world for a positive outcome. So Noah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Noah. I'm 19. I'm also in college, like Jason said. I guess one of my goals in life was always to have like one of my businesses, but on the flip side of that, I always wanted to help and serve others. So this is kind of the perfect mesh between the two, and hopefully we can help and serve others on a grand scale in the long run. So I guess let's hop into it.
All right, so Inspire Unity. We are here to bring people together through the things that they love. We're going to go through our mission, our first project, our goals for our first project, and then kind of summarize everything and go over some questions that anybody may have for us at the end. So our mission and goals. So for what we do, we are Inspire Unity. Like Stacy said earlier, we want to bring people together and unify people through the things that we have in common while raising funds for a good cause. So we actually partner with, for our first project, a shelter, and future projects, it could be family missions, anything like that. We just want to raise funds for those who need it and unify people through those causes.
So let's hop into why we do it. We all know this past year has been absolutely crazy, and we actually did a little bit of research, and 76% of people around the world feel that their country is divided at the time. So like Jason said, our goal is to kind of ease that tension between people and give them a almost like a safe spot for them to come together and enjoy each other's company through through things that we have in common. Rather than focusing on the negatives, let's focus on the things that we actually have in common and grow through those. So you're probably wondering how exactly we do this. The way that we do this is through our website. We have these mosaic collages, which are a bunch of small pictures coming together to create a larger one, which that directly correlates to, all us small human beings coming together to create something larger than ourselves. So the picture of the collage will create a larger picture of the topic of each project. So like for this one, we partnered with Fur Angels Rescue Shelter out of Toledo, Ohio, and the main picture creates a larger picture of a cat created by all the small pictures of photos that people from all around the world upload of their cats or them with their cats. So,
go. All right, so for our first project, Noah kind of got into, we are Our first project is cat driven. We did partner with Fur Angels Rescue Shelter here in Toledo, Ohio. We are from Ohio. So we partnered with Fur Angels, and Fur Angels, we kind of resonated with Fur Angels. We both started during COVID. So Fur Angels kind of got off to a slow start, I guess you can say, in terms of when COVID hit, everyone was losing their jobs. People were getting laid off. They are a community funded shelter. So Brooke was struggling to kind of, get donations and volunteers and all of that stuff. So we talked with Brooke multiple times throughout our funding, our founding, I mean, and we wanted to bring her into this first project. And Noah, if you want to give a little backstory on who the picture is for our collage and how we actually decided that cats were going to be our first project.
Yeah, so last year around, I think it was around like winter time, my family actually decided to adopt a cat from a local shelter around here where we live. And the cat, her name is Esther. We call her Essie, or we call her just Kitty. And she had feline leukemia at the time. So it's kind of like the shelter was just kind of pushing her away, giving her away for free. So then she had a home to basically live her last couple months in. So we decided to take her in. Over time, we actually somehow managed to get her healthier and better. When we first got her, she was, sneezing blood, always had ear infections, eye infections, all this stuff. It was a mess, and it was sad to see. But over time, over the course of, the past year, she's regained her health, and she's almost like a brand new cat now. Runs around, loves to play, just wants to be petted all the time. And we really haven't had any issues since. And actually, a funny story about this, my parents told me that I should mention this. We, the way that we kind of helped her along this way is we started putting little drops of colloidal silver in her water, which is basically an immune booster. So that was basically all we really did with her, and bam, she's healthy again. So I don't know if that's a little tip or trick for all of you out there. I just thought I'd mention that. And so we decided, I was like, why not do our first project with cats? There's millions of people out there that love cats and have household pets or household cats. And we think it would be a great thing for people to come together and join together through their love for their cats.
So now we are going to show you guys the website and kind of give you a breakdown of exactly what the website is. So this is our homepage to our website. It's inspire-unity.com. So this is where you'll come to if you would like to submit a photo and join the collage. There's multiple places that you can hit submit a photo. We have an about page. We'll go over to the collage here. We have a little bit of how it works up at the top here. We can we're already logged in here to our account, but if you would like to create an account, you will then come to the collage screen and you can hit choose file down here at the bottom. After we select choose file, we're going to open the picture of our choosing. So you'll scroll back down to the bottom and submit your photo. So once you go through here and click submit your photo, we do have, you fill out, your name, your email, your address, some incentives to donating. You can get a beanie, which looks like that, a hoodie, which has, a cat in the middle of it with our name, and a blanket that is our logo with a nice backdrop to it. And then you can choose down here how much you would like to donate. Each upload is a minimum of a $1 donation. That way we can help raise money for our partnered shelter. And then you will go down here and you can pay with Stripe, PayPal, or PayPal Pay Later. once you actually submit your photos, so we are going to come here. You'll submit your photo. It'll take probably 10-15 minutes to get it up onto the collage, and you can go back over here to my account. So on your account, you can see your email, username, and that type of thing. If you want to actually view exactly where your picture is located on the collage, we have a My Pin tab. So you can go here, and
these are actually pictures that we've uploaded before.
Yeah.
We didn't upload the one that we just showed you.
we didn't upload the one.
But these are the ones that we've uploaded before, and then you can come to this page and click view.
Exactly where, it'll show you exactly where. We got rid of that one.
Just click that bottom or one of those. Just refresh it. Once you upload, it might take a second. You have to refresh the page.
So,
and then there you go.
And there it goes.
Scroll down.
And you'll scroll down, and it'll show exactly where your picture has actually been uploaded onto the collage. And you're actually able to see all of the other pictures as well. If you just click around onto it, you're able to see all of these photos that people have uploaded onto the collage as well. So here's our collage.
So yeah, there's a couple of pictures of the ones that people have uploaded so far and have participated, and we actually have uploads from about 5 different countries right now, which is pretty cool. It's a worldwide thing. People from all over are sending us messages on social media, and you know, and then we'll see people will post their picture that they posted on the collage. So for instance, if they posted this one, somebody would post that picture and they say, hey, I uploaded my picture to this collage, and then we would look in the comments and we would see other people commenting and say, hey, mine's 1 down, 2 over from yours, or mine's 1 up from yours. Really cool that you joined this project. And that's where we see like the unity coming in, to where, I mean, they come together through their common love for their cats. Yeah. So right now we're gonna jump back into our presentation.
Okay, so now that you guys know a little bit about the Mosaic Collage and our partner, we're going to go over our goals for our first project. So we are upload based, so we're looking for 1 million uploads for our first project, and we did some research when we first started this project, and there's about 370 million pet cats in the world, like actual household cats. So that our 1 million uploads that we're looking for is less than 1%. It's actually like 0.27% of the total number of pet cats there are in the world. So that is a very attainable goal. We're just trying to get the word out and trying to spread, you know, what our goal is and what our cause is to as many people as we possibly can. And we're looking to contribute to multiple shelters. So it depends on the number of uploads we get, but we do want to, we anticipate adding more shelters as, you know, more uploads roll in. We want to help Fur Angels. So Fur Angels is solely out of Brooke's home right now. She's foster based, like I said. She wants to end up getting her own facility and building, and you know, we would really love to not only help her but also other shelters that kind of started off in the same way that she did. So those are some of our goals for our first project.
And now let's basically sum everything up that we talked about. So like problems that we're solving or opportunities that we're going after, looking to stop the spread of mass negativity in the world, and you know, flood it with positivity, which I said we'll do that through our projects of people coming together through their common love for things. And like this first one, it would be cats, which is a huge amount of people in the world, which would be really cool to see everyone coming together and just, you know, enjoying one another. The second one, support we need to achieve this goal. like Jason said, the world has approximately 370 million pet cats. So if you take under 1% of that, like he said, I think it's 0.27%, we can easily attain that goal and make the impact that we want to make on like Brook Shelter, and then add on multiple shelters after that based off of the amount of uploads. We didn't want to bite off more than we can chew and add all these shelters before we get to that point, you know, to make it fair. So we added Brook, and then as time goes on, more support comes in, more uploads come in, then we can start adding more shelters and impact thousands of lives at that point, not just cat lives, but also humans, the ones running the shelters and organizations. Get the next one.
So how will achieving this goal, you know, impact somebody greatly? You know, this will not only impact Brook and Fur Angels Rescue Shelter, but it's also going to impact others for our future projects. You know, the more I guess influx of people that hear about Inspire Unity and what our goal is, and what we're trying to create, I guess that brand name of actually inspiring unity. You know, we're going to help promote Fur Angels Rescue Shelter's success with this first project, but you know, we're also going to be able to impact so many other people's lives in the future with other projects. And we actually are looking, so in the future, we want to kind of turn it into like, I guess, a crowdfunding website where, you know, people are actually able to use the platform we have created and run projects through us, and they're able to, you know, run their own projects through our platform. So that will have a great deal of impact, not only for this first project, but in the years to come, and what we know that we are able to achieve with Inspire Unity. You know, how will we know if we have achieved our goal for our first project? How do we know if we're successful? When July of 2022 comes and the first project comes to an end, we are going to publish the number of uploads that we have received. You know, we're actually going to be able to show the world what we're able to accomplish when everybody comes together through a common goal, and you know, show everyone that anything is possible if you do just believe in your cause.
And also to add on to that, as time goes on, we want to make, you know, updates to the website, make it more user friendly and accessible and things easier. But you know, that comes with time, and being fresh and starting new. We're still learning all this new stuff, and it's just been kind of crazy. So we can't wait to get to that point where the website's upgraded, and we can show those numbers, you know, come out with how much we've raised, how many uploads we have, and certain things like that. So certain challenges that we're anticipating, and that the main one is basically participation. The more people that overlook the project, and like it says on the screen, you know, I'll get to it later, or I'll look at the website later, I'll upload my picture later and just blow it off. That shows a lack of importance, and we need more people to see the importance in coming together as, you know, humans all in this world. We're all in this game of life together, and come together and you know, get rid of those differences that we have. This is Diversity Day, so this is like the most diverse project that you can have. You're having all these different people from all over the world. Sure, we probably have different views on different things, and we'll agree on some things, disagree on other things, but if there's, you know, a couple things that we can agree on, so for instance, our common love for cats, that's just one thing that we're able to focus on and really join together and make a difference by, you know, donations, small or big. Like Jason said, it starts at $1, but you know, you can give $1 or you can give $1 million, and that's your contribution, and every dollar counts. And the lives that you're able to impact is, you know, greatly appreciated. I mean, do you have
Yeah,
anything
no,
else to say?
I think you hit it right on the head. Yeah, I guess it's a lot of people believe like I'm one person, what can I do? But the amount of people that say that, if you were to think about it differently and say I am one person, I can impact something greater than myself. You know, I believe the world would be a different place. So I guess it's just we really want to spread that positivity. We want everyone to know like they are able to be part of something bigger. You're able to help people, whether you give $1 or you give 1 million, like Noah said, it's very possible. It's an attainable goal. And we really just want people to understand that like we're doing everything we can to try and make this world a better place. And we hope every one of you guys will help us do that. So with that being said, we would like to thank you guys for having us, Stacy, Community Cats Podcast. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to share our story and kind of about who we are, what we're doing in the cat community right now. And we want to open this time up now for any questions that anybody may have for us.
Excellent. That was wonderful. Feel free to turn on your camera, guys, and we're going to do some questions for you. And I've got lots of questions, and then because everybody knows I have lots of questions, so I'll be doing some questions, and I will keep an eye on others for questions too. So we have, of course, all these, cat loving, owning folks. Question, and Noah, if you have to go back to your parents on this one to find out, but they want to know the dosage on the silver, the colloidal silver in the water. So if you don't know it, that's great, but they wanted to know how much.
I honestly don't. It was just, we just put in a few drops. It's like really, because we use that, like, I know we gave a bottle to Jason for immune support, and we'll just put like a little cat full in our water and we'll drink it. It's just a liquid. I mean, it's natural and stuff, but yeah, we would just put like a little cat full in her water. And then over, I don't know how many months, like she quit sneezing blood, ear infections quit coming. Her eyes weren't as red and puffy anymore. It was really weird to see like how that works. Everyone thinks like, I got to go to a vet. I got to get, all these certain treatments for, I mean, now I'm not very educated on, cat health. I'm not a vet or anything like that. So don't quote me, but and it's even as simple as like certain things that us humans take for our immune support, and we gave it to our cat, and she went back to healthy again. It's almost like a brand new cat. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I don't know the exact dosage, so don't quote me on that, and don't pour a whole thing in the bowl and let them drink the whole thing. But yeah, so
Good. Well, it's great story, and it's just wonderful. Esther, it's not wonderful that she's a feline leukemia positive kitty, but wonderful. It's a wonderful story.
Yeah.
And that you have chosen a feline leukemia positive kitty. So, in the future, assuming that you would have multiple projects going on, how do you decide who that key photo is? Is that like another fundraising opportunity?
We haven't gathered all these thoughts together completely, because this is all brand new. In the future, what we're kind of thinking is, so like, let's say an organization wants to run a project. They want to see everyone's pictures up on their project, their collage. Maybe they get to choose what the picture creates. So like, let's say we just saw you talking with Sterling. Let's say his picture creates his logo, the Trap King logo. And everyone who wants to support and upload their picture and donate uploads a picture of them, with their cat, or them doing their own little rescue things, or just, a selfie showing their support. And, we're trying to move something into that. But like I said, we haven't really gathered all those thoughts together yet. We're all still like, it's all still fresh and brand new, and, ideas are bouncing off the walls. But yeah, so that's kind of our thinking.
You guys knew each other, got introduced through a mutual friend, and then you hit it off. You had a lot of commonalities, but then how did that jump into what you're doing now? Like, I mean, did you meet, like, are you both artistic? Because I think this is kind of artistic. So
It was kind of just like late night thoughts, to be honest with you, like kind of brainstorming something that like this is something that really nobody has ever done. It's kind of like a cool thing where like, even at the end, I don't know if you guys know what like NFTs are, or you're in the world of crypto or anything like that, but we want to eventually at the end of each project turn each collage into an NFT and sell that as well as a way to raise more money.
Even more fun.
So that's like it's another cool artistic way that you can spin this. But it was kind of just like a late night thought thing where like, dude, we're gonna change the world one day. Like we both want to do this. Let's figure a way out to do it. And we got together, we talked about it, talked with our web developer and designer, and just went to work.
Well, the main thing is like a lot of people come up with like ideas and all this. Like let's say someone's laying in their bed. They're like, oh wow, this would be really cool. And then they're like, I don't want to do that. It's too much work and this and that. And I was like, let's just go full bore. Let's do it. I mean, we'll spend the money, we'll do what we have to do, and let's get this done. And here we are now. Can't believe we're even on this right now. Honestly, it's pretty cool.
So are you organized as a nonprofit, or are you organized as a for-profit company?
So we looked into like the nonprofit way, and we also looked into the for-profit, like a partnership, and we decided to go with the partnership. We don't think the nonprofit really fit us. And also like there's so many, with nonprofits, there's so many like scams and stuff, and we didn't want to come off as like fishy like that, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, we are a partnership.
Yeah, we are like a for-profit thing, except like we're using the funds that we're raising for the shelter and stuff like that. Whatever funds we take back in are going to be used for future projects and like upgrades to the website. Yeah, so we want to obviously we put in a lot of money and time to the company so far, where we want to be able to reinvest that money back into what we're doing. That way we can expand our reach.
So then there's a certain percent so say I donate $100 and there's a certain percentage that goes to the company, a certain percentage that goes to the nonprofit, or how is that disclosed?
So what we're going to do is, like I said, this is all fresh, brand new, still learning as time goes on, still learning everything. So as time goes on, we want to increase that percentage. So like what we're going to do is at the end of the project, we're going to take a percentage of everything that came from that project and divvy that up between shelters, or if we can only do one at a time, then give that percentage to the shelter. But as time goes on and more uploads come in and more donations come in, we want to increase the percentage that we can give away, because I mean, websites are pretty expensive, and especially one with thousands of pictures all over it. The stinking servers are through the roof. So we have to, cover our costs on that end. And the only reason we're doing it is so then we can, further our reach and raise the money for those organizations or shelters or, whatever else. So yeah, as time goes on, we want to increase the percentage. We aren't exactly sure yet of the exact percentage that we're starting with and how it's going to increase, but as time goes on, we're definitely going to get those numbers, talk with our accountant and stuff, and see what the margins and ratios on where we can go from there. So we're still a little like blurry on that because it's so brand new, but yeah, we'll yeah.
when did you like turn the lights on? When did you first sort of start working on this? Like sort of when COVID started, was that, or later than that?
It was way later than that. We started on this first project end of December. We had a lot of issues with our first, web developer and web designer. There was a lot of things that went wrong at the start where we were trying to focus on getting the website finished rather than actually worried about focusing on, I guess, the donation percentage and all that stuff. So all of that went haywire for a while, and we went completely stagnant. So we kind of lost like a lot of our following on social media and stuff like that when so pretty much our web developer didn't finish the website that he promised to finish for us. So we were out a bunch of money, and all the time we put into reaching out to people, trying to like talk to people about the first project and stuff like that. And then we got in contact with another developer. They were actually able to go in and fix the mistakes that he made or whatever like that. Our first project launched on July 6th. So it was about 7 months. It was supposed to be done in a month. It was supposed to launch at the beginning of the year. So we were about 7 months behind schedule of where we were supposed to be, I guess. So yeah, like Noah said, we're trying to figure out a way that, we can give away a large portion of, whatever donations we receive. We just have to make sure we want to expand our reach as well after this first project.
And move on into the next one, which, I mean, I don't know what cat and dogs, if you guys are like, but if we go into the next one, we would definitely do like a dogs, and then we could do shelters with that. But we have to make sure that we have enough to cover our costs for, like, number one, the website, outreach, stuff like that, and also to start that next project, so then we can give the percentages away. So we're still figuring that stuff out, especially with uploads and donations coming in a little slower in the beginning, which that's normal. And then as that increases, then we can really get a clear mind on what we'll be doing from there.
You might think about like overlaying and doing like a Kickstarter or something like that. I don't know if you thought about doing anything like that just as a Kickstarter, but something, because you're already giving away swag, so it would be kind of just duplicating it, but in a different platform where people are looking, they shop on Kickstarter, for those kinds of opportunities, and people like being on board, like in an entrepreneurial way, as a business is just starting, that kind of thing. It's a lot of work, but it's you get some exposure there. The other thing maybe you might think about too is potentially without compromising your brand or anything like that, but maybe doing some sort of a partnership to have a corporation support your overhead, so that then all the donations truly are going all the way through. I mean, there are some nonprofits out there where the board of directors commit to pay the overhead, and then all the revenues that are generated within the organization go to support the organization, but sort of the overhead is taken care of by a key group of supporters or something like that. So just a couple of other models.
The thing is, we want to make sure that people know we're separating the business side from our true goals and motives for this thing. Because like I said, there's so many fishy organizations and people out there that say one thing, but really their motives are completely backwards and twisted. And we just want to make sure that we really keep the forefront of the business as, inspiring unity, raising money for causes, organizations, stuff like that, and really, just make the world a better place, because it really is kind of rough right now. So yeah.
Excellent. Great. Is there anything else that you would like to share with all of our listeners here? Folks, do you have any other questions? Everybody's going, awesome project, great idea, wonderful. Those are sort of the comments that I am hearing. I think your website is beautiful. Even though it has been a labor, it sounds like a labor of severe labor.
It's been crazy.
But I think what you came out with at the end looks really good. And
thank you.
Yeah, and it'll have to hold a lot of pictures, because I hope you have a lot of projects.
We asked our new web designer, we're like, so our goal is to get 1 million pictures on this collage. Do you think that's possible? And he goes, honestly, this thing can hold as many pictures as are uploaded. He goes, it can probably go up to 1 million, until the servers break on the website. He goes, then we'll just have to upgrade the server, so it won't even really matter. So really, let's say we get, instead of just that 0.27%, let's say we get that 1% of people all throughout the world to upload 1 or 2 pictures, and that could be 2 million up, or
that would be like 3.7 million.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be a mass amount to where we can really impact thousands of lives at that point. So Yeah, it's just really,
And like,
we can get as many
and it's
pictures as we
crazy,
want.
you know, like this is the diversity day. Like, you know, we even want to go into like bridging the gap between people, you know, like racial divides, inequality, like, you know, on Sterling's presentation this morning, you know, that equality and equity slide that he posted about, like, we really want to bridge like people together through things that they love, and like that's only possible when like people do take a stand. So we're hoping that, you know, we are able to do that and inspire unity through every single thing that we do, every single one of our projects.
So everyone commenting and saying awesome project and all that stuff, like we were saying, the only holdback that we have is participation. So if you have 3 minutes, go on, you go to the login tab, register a new account, upload your picture. Like I said, I mean, it's only $1. It's minimum donation. I mean, some people like to give more, like some people will give 5, 10, whatever, 50. It doesn't really matter.
We're grateful for any donation we get. It's going to really impact Brook and Fur Angels Rescue Shelter. So
it's really going to show like $1 can do so much. Like, if that's all you can give, that's amazing. That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's the goal. So it's just to get as many people involved as possible, and just make a huge impact on people in general.
All right, my last question for you guys. What are you focusing on at school? I mean, I'm not sure if you've had to like declare majors yet or anything like that, but are you guys going into business, or are you art, or what's your focus?
So I actually so give you a little backstory. I've changed my major twice now. I first went into school, so like I said, I have wanted to impact people and change lives. So I went to school. I was in a BSMD program at my university. I was going to school to be a doctor, and I really sat down and thought to myself, like, there's a lot of other ways to impact lives and change people's lives other than just going to school to be a doctor. And like, not that I wouldn't have been able to do the schooling, but I did switch over to a business. I'm in a business program now, like with an entrepreneurial backset, and I want to get into helping other people. I like volunteer and stuff like that at different places. But so yeah, I'm in a business major now. I feel like that it's going to help me, I guess, not only with Inspire Unity, but any of our future ventures that we may take on. So yep, now I'm business. And Noah, you're business too, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in business administration. So basically the same thing. What's funny is, like, I grew up always like playing sports, like he said, we played football, that stuff. And then people kind of separate like sports, like, when you're younger in high school, they separate like sports from like creativity. And they think like if you do one, can't do the other. Or like band, football, you know what I mean? Like there's always like that divide. And when I like first started this, it's almost like I was walking around and people would give me like these weird looks, like, what are you doing? This is so out of like, I actually started off playing football at the university that we attended. And then, with everything just went downhill, and with COVID and everything, it was just really weird. So I stepped down from that, and then I got into this. So like, it was a complete, in the worldly terms, like upside down twist from what I was doing, because it's so backwards to society. And everyone was like, what are you doing? And especially like cats, because that's not the big manly thing to do. You know what I mean? So I had to like take those hits, but I mean, I'm very happy that we're doing what we're doing. And then it's also cool where like we can show people that not all business minded people are those greedy, money hungry, I guess those are the only 2 words that I can use, greedy, hungry people. And where we really want to, like, it's more of, I guess business is almost like an art, in our minds. And then on top of that, we can serve people and help people while still being able to do something that we really find interest in. So I mean, I hope that makes sense, but like being able to balance the two is really cool, because there's so many people that are like, yeah, I want to start a business, I want to become a millionaire. And then I'm like, how are you going to do it? And then their plan is like scammy. I'm like, that's not right. You know what I mean? So it's cool how we can bring both in at the same time. So.
Right. It's business with passion, purpose, you know, a socially conscious organization. And so, you know, you'll be, and, you know, I'm sure some sort of SPAC will come along someday and will, you know, want to throw you up there on the stock market or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of those models going around out there, but I mean, you know, everybody wants to invest in, you know, socially good, impactful businesses and that kind of thing too. So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different, as you talk about NFT, Bitcoin, there's just a lot of different ways money can travel in this world, put it that way, for sure. And it's really intriguing and interesting. And I'm just going to go on the record and say, you know, people going, you know, cats, what? I've had that for years, you know, since I've been doing this since 1994, you know, my family members as well as others, as I talk about, you know, well, what do you do? My children have had to learn, you know, my mom runs a cat shelter, you know, and they're like, what? You know, or what's that code you check on the IRS you know, form for your job? You know, it's like, there's no cat shelter director, you know, on there and that kind of thing. So I think we, to a certain extent, we do run into that type of situation where, you know, if you've got doctors and lawyers and business people in your family and they look at you and you say, I've decided to commit my time to animals, sometimes that's looked at, and you're not a veterinarian, that's looked at as a little bit of a different type of thing, but totally get it. You got to train your people. And so now, and then I had to go, and then there's a podcast. And then I was like, what's a podcast? A podcast about cats? What's that all about?
I know.
So there's all of this educational stuff that we have to go through and everything. So, but anyway, thank you. This is great. I'm so glad you reached out to me and we were able to have this presentation today. Really great stuff, and good luck with all of your efforts and your work. And I just appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. And we'll make sure we get it all shared out on the social media networks for the CCP, and we'll get it out and about for you. So excellent.
Awesome. Do you mind me bringing up one more thing?
Go ahead.
So in case like people don't know what an NFT is, it's almost like online artwork is basically what it is. So people create their artwork and then they'll auction it off on NFT auction houses. You can look up NFTs, what they are, but it's almost like the original version of an artwork. So what we're going to do is take the collage, the cat collage, we're going to convert that into an NFT, put it up on an auction, and then however much that sells for, then we take a percentage of that, whatever it is at that time, what we figure out, and then that's even more money that we can send towards you know, the organization. So just a little backstory in case people didn't know.
So I'm going to ask you a question on the NFTs, because I've seen oh gosh, the guy who founded Reddit, he's like totally into NFTs and all that other stuff. And so is that based on like the demand for that particular item, or is it like you put it out there and there's already a market for it?
You like for the NFT or what picture it's creating?
Yeah, for the NFT. So you're like, or what you say, you know, whatever you've got created and you put it out there. I mean, how do people know to want to buy it, and why would they want to buy it?
Okay, so people will go on. I mean, it's more of like people who are well, it's kind of like tech savvy at the time, because not everyone can just go on and buy one. So, well, I mean, you can, but you got to learn how to. So it's kind of like the people who are looking to buy them to either keep them for themselves, or as time goes on, the value of it goes up and then they can resell it. So it's kind of like, I don't know
artwork,
how
right?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
investing in artwork online, because you can now do that too. I could buy, you know, whatever, 1,000th of the Mona Lisa or whatever if I wanted to, on like artwork and that kind of thing. So if there's a picture of Tom Brady out there, right? Can't we buy pictures of Tom Brady and own that picture, and somebody else really wants that picture of Tom Brady and they want to buy it off of me?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and like, let's say we auction that off, and then there's somebody like, we know, I'm pretty sure it's like Katy Perry loves cats, and she's like, you know, that'd be really cool to have an NFT of 1 million cats on a collage, and she buys that for however much, and then Yeah, so it's kind of like whatever people find interest in or value in, they'll buy that, and then as time goes on, the value can go up. So that's basically it. Just wanted to add that in.
Great. So there, everybody, we now all have an MBA, and we know now all about that. So it's you know, gone a little bit astray, but excellent. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, and definitely keep me at the CCP, our team, updated on your progress. You know, if there are any milestones that you hit, let us know. We'll make sure we get the word out. Thank you so much for joining us, and good luck, guys.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.